Hi. Recently, I beat an insane demon memory level called Mindbreaker. I liked the level a lot, but it was pretty hard to learn. I decided I would make a bit of a tutorial to help anybody who wants to try and beat this awesome level. So what I'm going to do is go through a practice run and show my tips on exactly what you should do. The Mindbreaker by Bianox. Yeah, starts off with just a triple spike. It's not that hard, but kind of comes out of nowhere and can get you sometimes if you're not paying attention. So yeah, next is a platform. You have to jump on the very top left corner of the platform, because if you jump anywhere else, you're gonna either hit the pad and go in the portal, or just jump too far and go into the portal. So do that. Next is just some pretty straightforward orb presses, but I'll do it again so you can see exactly what I did. Alright, now it's a ball part. That seems really easy, but then when you go through it, it seems hard to figure out, but then it gets really consistent. So it's very interesting. Bam, 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 bam. Go by the axe on the top. Yeah, and then just some black orbs aren't that difficult at all. You can buffer them if you want. Then this timing, you actually want to go a little bit earlier than you think you would have to, and hit the left side of the yellow portal right here. Yeah, because it can mess you up sometimes if you go too late. Like that. Sometimes it can be inconsistent, so I suggest going on the left side and just hit the orbs and go into the UFO. This part seems very difficult to figure out what to do, but really you just click to the music. I just did that first try. It gets very consistent after you figure out how to do it. And just listen to the music and click like this. Right at this part, if you end up too high, there's actually a way to correct yourself without having to rely on luck for it to work out. So usually you can just do click click, but if you're too high you can do click and click, and it'll save you. The exact same click click at the end of the UFO is the one you would do there. Then you get into a ball part. You take pink, 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 blue. You take pink, 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 blue. And do the same click pad at the end. Click, click. Like that. And you get into one of the most inconsistent parts, being the robot. But it still gets pretty consistent after you play it for a bit. So stay on the bottom, do a pretty early extended robot jump. Yeah, hit the blue orb in the middle, this blue orb up here, to go down, basically into the spike. But instead you go under it, jump, and do those yellow orbs. But you have to wait a little bit on them. Do a small robot jump and hit this blue orb and this pink orb to go into the ship part. The ship part is just as inconsistent as the robot. Do a bit of a micro click, also you go way too high, and wait until you get through the portals and hit the first two orange orbs. You don't hit the third one, then you hit the fourth one. And basically go straight through those portals. They can mess you up a little bit, but they shouldn't be too big of an issue. And we get into a cube part. Green orb, pink. Then on this arrow right here, where it basically tells you to jump. So then you can hit the dash orb, hold the dash orb until the blue orb, and land on the off-screen platform. Just buffer the green and black orbs, and jump off of this platform. Avoid the red orb and hit the black orb a little bit late, then just hit the green orb at whatever time you can. Jump right away so you land on this platform. If you wait too long, you're not going to land on the platform, it'll be less consistent. Hit the pink orbs a little bit late. Not very much, but just a little bit, so you don't hit the platform above. So hit the first black orb and then the second yellow orb in this part. It feels very awkward for a while, but then you eventually get used to it. Yeah, the difficulty from that cube part is a lot of fake orbs, so I'll do it again so you can see exactly how to do it. pretty consistent when you know what to do. It just takes a while to trick your brain into doing the correct orbs and not pressing extra ones. This part is very annoying to get consistent with. There's a lot of H blocks that you have to jump and hit your head on. All of these platforms have them, so you don't jump as high as you think you would. But there is a bit of a click pattern in this part that I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. And that's basically how you get through. And it is definitely the most annoying part to play. These black orbs are interesting. Use the black orb above the third sideways L-shaped platform. Do it right away and don't hold too long. If you do it too late, you'll hit the platform. If you do it too long, you'll keep jumping, both of which will kill you. Don't do the one on the platform that you're jumping over. Just completely jump over the platform and do the next black orb. Then do the black orb right after that. Then hit the green orb a little bit late, like around the middle of it. And just do these timings late, or else you'll bump way too early and hit the spikes. They're a bit weird, but you'll get used to them. This part is probably my favorite part, but it's also hard to figure out what to do. It's the hardest part to figure out what to do. Once you know what to do, it's one of the easiest. First, I'll just do the part so you can see, and I'll try my best to explain what I do in each jump. Yeah, you go through lots of different blocks, and you hit lots of different orbs, and skip different ones. It's very confusing, but I'll try and help you figure it out. Instead of going for this blue orb, jump up to where the second blue orb is, into that platform. Use the blue orb to change gravity and jump off of the above platform. The green orb and jump off of the left side of it, instead of falling through the hole into the portal. And then there's an approaching blue orb. Hit the blue orb, do not hold afterwards. If you hold afterwards, you'll jump. You don't need to jump, you need to wait a little bit, and then hit a pink orb. Wait a little bit, then hit the pink orb to go through the blue portal for enough momentum to fall down correctly. Then just hit a blind blue orb. You can buffer at any point after the yellow orb in the middle. And then you get to this mini part. Here on the platform, you can just hold for a little bit to jump 2 times. Then hit the green orb. You can hit it as early as you want to land on this little platform. Then fall down past the blue orb, past the second blue orb. Don't buffer the jump. Wait until you know you're on the platform, but don't wait too long. And jump off of the right side. Hold to jump again. Don't jump a third time off of the platform you'll be able to see at this point, which is just approaching. Land on the platform and buffer the green orb, and then jump again off of that platform to fall down here. Here you want to wait a small amount of time and jump and hit that blue orb. Don't hold the jump off the platform. Hit this blue orb and jump off of the platform you land on. Both pink orbs, one which is on the platform, so if you're too far to the left of the platform when you land, the pink orb won't work the way you want. So make sure you click when you are over the center of the pink orb. Hold after the pink orb to jump down here. Hit the green orb to go inside of this platform. When you fall down, click every time you land on a platform until you get to the green orb, where you do click this green orb. After the green orb, you wait until you fall on this platform. Jump off of the platform, hit the blue orb, and just hold until you get to the top platform that has 2 flashing blocks. At that point, you want to fall off and go up to that blue orb and hit the blue orb and get to this part. You do not want to go up like this. Just jump immediately. It'll be a bit of a blind transition, but hit the yellow orb and hit the green orb a little bit late, ignoring the red orb. Hitting the green orb too early, you can easily hit this spike. Hitting it too late, you can easily hit this spike. So you want to land in between so you can jump off of the platform. Just hit the green orb around the center of the green orb. Hit the blue orb around the center as well, and don't jump off the platform. Fall down here. This timing took a long time for me to understand exactly when I should jump. Then I figured out I can line it up with this second spike right here. When I'm directly under it is when I jump. You go in that small little area up there. It's probably the most inconsistent single timing in the level. After you get cleared from the small block below you, you can jump out, hit the blue orb and the yellow orb to go into the yellow portal. Take the blue pad and then wait a little bit so you don't hit your head up here. Hit the blue orb in that pattern. Then do the same exact pattern after waiting a short amount of time on the top platform. Jump off and hit the yellow orb, falling into the blue portal. Wait until you fall onto this part instead of this part, and do a very similar click pattern to before. Click, click. So you basically do the same click pattern 4 times at the end of this part and get into the strip part. Do a bit of a delayed straight flying. Click, 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 click. And then between the blue portal and the mini portal, you want to click again. And each of those clicks has a little bit of hold to it. Once you get past this line, it's usually a pretty good cue for when you want to go up here. But sometimes if you're doing it and you realize you're having issues, doing more clicks and getting used to doing more clicks can definitely help. If you need 5 clicks to depart getting to the first blue portal, then that's fine. If you need 2 clicks past the mini portal to fly up, that is also good. But it is possible to do just the amount that I've done. Doing 2 clicks after the mini portal is probably the most consistent way to do it. Just stay near the top, then come back down to the middle into the ball portal. You want to hit this blue pad on the blue orb and jump off the yellow pad. Hit the green orb a little bit late so you land on this platform without hitting the front of the platform. That can very easily happen. That happened to me a lot in practice before I got a little more consistent. Hit the yellow orb on the platform. Hit the first blue orb a little bit late, but then buffer the second blue orb. Then you want to buffer this blue orb and just hold until you get to the end. It seems a lot more intimidating than it actually is. And that's Mindbreaker complete. My first practice run took me probably around 700 to 750 attempts to get through all the way. And that was annoying. But then once I figured out what to do by watching normal completions, it got easier. So I decided to make this video to just give you specific tips from a person who beat the level, to tell you good, consistent ways to try and get through the parts. If these tips help, let me know in the comments. If you need help getting anything else more consistent, then also let me know. As always, I'm King of Petitions, and I'll see you next time.